Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Decibel Champion. To hear Decibel Champion's newest hits, search Decibel Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash and P.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us again.
I'm back.
Joining me again.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Yeah.
I was out last week. I'm back.
She's back, so very, very excited.
Yeah, I know. It's been crazy, and I still feel like we had so much to still catch up on after our Disneyland trip.
I know.
Our SoCal crazy trip.
Yes.
It was like fun, but like chaotic crazy.
Yeah. And the drive home was horrific.
Oh my gosh. You know, I'll say this. I think that I'm sure if you're living in SoCal, like you're maybe used to that kind of thing.
Right.
Obviously, we don't have to deal with that kind of stuff like that.
I can't.
But it's not just like, oh, it was traffic. It was terrible, like gridlock. Every freeway that you could imagine.
Freeways shut down.
Yeah.
Freeways. I mean, I don't think we discussed this on the podcast, but when you guys were about 10 minutes ahead of us and you said we're stopped. And you mentioned something about like basically it was going to be a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to go to the restroom. Like, I'm not going to get stuck on the freeway. I need to go to the restroom. Hayden had needed to go to the restroom when we were leaving the park, like in the parking structure. There's no restrooms there. So we're like, I mean, they're inside the security area, but not, the parking area.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we need to pull off and we have to go to the restroom. We end up at the most horrific restroom ever. It was disgusting.
Well, you guys got off. You had to have gotten off right after the freeway closed, right? Right after we were on that one freeway and you had to like exit off almost.
We had gotten off of the freeway. Well,
because
remember it took us through a city. Like we weren't on a freeway anymore. We went through a city.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
So while we were in that city, I'm like, before we get back on the freeway, let's just go to the restroom because I'm not going to be stuck on the freeway and then die because I had to get out and pop a squat,
Yeah.
So we go to the restroom, horrific restroom. It's like 10 deep, only one restroom.
Did everybody from the freeway have to get off and use this restroom?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No joke. It was ridiculous. So we go to the restroom, come back in. Kyle and I almost get into the wrong vehicle. There was another car that looks like Jason's.
Oh my gosh.
And so we were like, oh, that's so weird that Hayden has his feet like hanging out the window. But we like start walking and we're like, oh, not us. But then it took us a little over 40 minutes just to get back on the freeway.
Well, you guys
were right across the street from the freeway entrance.
You guys ended up getting home how much later than we did?
Like at least an hour and a half.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it was like almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Difference.
Yeah.
And we got on the road at the same time.
Yeah.
But you stopped to use the restroom. That was the only thing different.
Stopped to use the restroom. Next time, we've agreed. I don't know. Have we ever discussed?
We haven't. And I told this story when we were in Stockton last week. And my brother-in-law goes, well, Ashley didn't pull out her little deal. And I was like, oh my God, he remembers that conversation with us. I don't know.
That's funny. I don't know either. We talked about it.
I must have brought it up at some point.
Yeah. So we're talking about.
You need to keep them in the glove compartment.
They do. So the ones that I use are called Butterfly, but they are, I mean, they go by a lot of different names. I've used Sandy Girl. There's like Shiwis, stuff like that. They're essentially funnel type things to use to pee while standing. I used to work for my job. I used to work in the field, and so I was at a lot of construction sites, and I refused to sit down on the porta potties.
Yeah.
So I use these disposable ones. There are non-disposable. I'm not into that. That's
No, I'm
no
not
good
trying
for
to
me.
wash that. No.
No, I don't want to touch it. Like
Mm-mm.
go in it, throw it. Like that's it. But I stopped carrying them with me. They were in my work truck. And so I was like, wow, really need to pack those on road trips
Yep.
now. Because I could have just gone in the car.
Yeah.
Dang it. I would have been home so much earlier. Jason probably really would have appreciated it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Because
so
Hayden,
sick.
he could have gone in something.
Hayden could have gone
That
into
that
it.
wasn't a
Yeah.
big deal, but
No.
you, yeah,
I
it's
would have,
different.
yeah. So,
Oh my
yep.
gosh. Yeah.
I'm gonna start carrying those with me.
Yes. And I'm thinking about it right now, and I need to add that to my Amazon.
Oh, the shopping list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, women urinals
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
on the go.
Yeah. I'm not joking. They seriously saved me when I was not working near
Now,
restrooms.
are they positioned to where you kind of have to be at a standing position? I guess I'm like would
you
you make a
couldn't
mess?
do it sitting.
So even in the car, you'd have to.
So in the car, you would have to stand up some, but I mean, the boys have to stand up some when they pee into a bottle anyway. You know, when they're peeing into a cup, they're not sitting; they have to stand. But yeah, you do have to stand. Otherwise,
do you guys have to stand to pee?
Well, I mean, my boys have never sat and peed into the cup. They always stand up to pee into it. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess they could kind of sit on the edge of their seat and do it. But then what if you end up with the situation where you have it front and back, like our friends did?
Oh my gosh.
And you're sitting down. Yeah. That would be a mess.
Yeah. Our other friends who were driving down in their own car, were meeting us down there. They have all boys. So I have all girls. Ashley's got 2 boys and a girl in the car. They have all boys in the car. And they're stuck in traffic and they're little and the boys have to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
So
that's when having little boys comes in handy.
Yes.
Girls peeing on the side of the road, I mean, you can do it, but it's not nearly as clean.
No.
It's tough.
No, I've done it with
we've had to do that before. You know, we took the drive to Paso all the time. With the kids. And so there were times we had to stop and let the girls go. Yeah. But not nearly as easy. But they explain the situation.
Oh, well, her son is peeing into the bottle, into their Starbucks cup. And then he's pooping at the same time. Poop starts coming out.
But they caught it. Right?
Yeah, not bare hand. Yes, they did that.
Not bare hand, but they were. Yeah. I mean, luckily nothing fell onto the car. Yes. Thankfully.
Yeah, I think he felt the urge right away and said something. But I'm like, what a literal shit show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're in traffic. You're trying to get your son to pee, and
I feel like poop. So being in that kind of situation, you know, I'm a very anxious person. So it makes me nervous when they have to do it anyway, because they're unbuckled, you know, they unbuckle and stand up to go. And then if they go to, then that's taking even longer and you're having to clean them and they're unbuckled this time, you know, during that time. Yeah. And it's so that like, even just the maybe 40 seconds that it takes to stand up, unzip, pee, zip back up and buckle back is stressful to me, because I'm like, oh gosh, someone could hit us at any time, you know? So I can't imagine having the number 2 situation. It would stress me out.
I know.
I mean, not only having the number 2 there, but luckily they have a little one that's still in diapers.
Traveling with kids, period, can be so fun, but it can also just be
Yeah,
very, very, it's a lot of work
it
still.
is. And I mean, you guys have littles.
Yeah.
So,
And I love when everyone's like, oh, it's so cute and sweet and everything. And it is. It is so cute and sweet. But it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work to go on these trips, like to go
mhm.
and do these things. And so
And
they
this
don't
one
come.
was especially difficult because it was so much wrapped into one.
Yes. Yes. Um, but it's okay. We had a great time. We made it back. The
Yeah.
kids did really good on the way home. Um,
Did they sleep a lot?
Danny did because remember she didn't nap.
Oh, that's right.
But Georgia, I think she was up for quite a while watching her show.
Oh, okay.
And then she fell asleep.
Yeah. But at least they're not
They were
they don't struggle in the
no,
car. That's
no,
good.
they were good. And then Tristan was fine.
Yeah, she has her phone. She
Yeah,
doesn't care.
yeah.
She could sleep when she wants to.
I know, teenagers,
Yeah.
right? As
I
long as
slept
they
a
have
lot
their,
of the way.
as long as they have their headphones or their earbuds or whatever
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah.
call them. And then I just had to keep Tony awake. I wanted to make sure he was good.
See, that stresses me out because I like to be able to make sure Jason's awake also. But then I also just get so freaking anxious. I want to jump out of my own skin.
Yeah.
So that's why I end up taking my medicine and sleeping.
Yeah. I ended up falling asleep for a little bit and then woke up just to talk to him because he said he was starting to get tired. And I was like, okay, well, let me stay up and chit chat while my eyes are burning. And then we came back and then
it was Thanksgiving.
Pretty much. Yeah.
One day and then Thanksgiving.
One day, Georgia had that little song and dance at school.
Yeah, her little performance.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
And then we had Thanksgiving. Thank goodness I took the easy road out this year, and we just had so much going on. I just was like, I can bring a green salad. I'll bring soda. I'll bring water. I'll bring. I mean, kind of just, and I'll bring desserts.
All the stuff you can store by.
Yeah. And it worked out. It worked out great. But I normally, if I'm not hosting, I am still making a ton of shit, and I just didn't do it this year.
Yeah.
I just was like, I don't think I can.
No, that's a good call.
And speaking of hosting,
I hosted.
I know.
I know.
I didn't want to.
I know, because it was just so much all at once that I was like, we're going to have to come home, clean. And my mom's like, Ashley, we're all family, blah, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't need to clean your house. But it's like, but I do.
Right.
Like, I know you guys see my house on a normal occasion, and I get that.
Yeah.
But for a holiday, it needs to be like as if strangers are coming over.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah.
It's a special occasion.
Yeah.
But my grandma lives in a care facility, and she has not been able to come to holidays since COVID.
I'm shocked
that they let her out. I know.
I'm shocked.
I know. So I'm happy because, I mean, it only makes sense. There's no logic behind, like, people can leave to go to doctors and things like that. And then the nurses and CNAs and housekeeping and everyone, they come and go, but the residents can't. Like, there's zero logic to that. I mean, my grandma caught COVID in the facility. Right. So it's like, hello. But so she finally got out, and my brother and my sister-in-law were going to host, and I was actually excited because we've only ever done my mom's house or our house. So it was like, oh, like, it'll be nice, like a change of scenery, Yeah. Plus, they have little ones, and all of their stuff is there for them to play. It makes it so much easier. The kids aren't bored and going crazy. But my house is just the most accessible. And so we ended up doing it that way. my brothers, we would be upstairs and we just wouldn't be able to get my grandma up there.
Yeah.
So we did it at my house and it was fine. It's a lot of like it takes a lot of energy for my grandma being out too. You know, she's handicapped, so she's in bed a lot. And so being out and staying awake and she can sleep whenever she wants
Yeah.
when she's at her
Yeah.
place. So it's a lot for her. She was ready to go within a couple hours. Like she started to like she turned her wheelchair on and starts like backing out. I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, oh, I'm like, you have to wait for your ride. Like you can't
She's
just
all,
ride
no,
back on
I'm
this.
good now. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. But I was
Thanks
like,
for
are you ready
everything.
to go? And she's like, nods her head. I'm like, because it's exhausting for her. So
yeah, I can see that.
yeah. And before COVID, I had asked her, do you want to do holidays? Do you want all of us to come here? Because it's just easier for her to be, she can just get back into bed when she's ready to. And so she had said yes, but with the whole everything going on, things are like closed off and whatnot in her facility. So she stopped coming out for the
Well, I'm glad she did. I'm
I
glad
am
she was
too.
able to. I really was shocked when you said that she was going to be able to come out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Because I mean, they've even changed processes as far as like us visiting and things like that, like what we have to wear and all of that. I mean, now we're testing every time we go and we test. So they're doing that instead of just going based off of like either you wear certain PPE if you're not vaccinated, or if you're vaccinated, you don't wear like the full drape. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's really, really good. I'm very happy about it. She got to see all of the great grandkids on, from my mom's side, like even my baby brother, who his family wasn't with us for Thanksgiving. They were with his in-laws. They came by. So we got pictures of her and the kids and stuff like that. So it was nice. Yeah, it was good.
Aww. Well, you did it. You survived. You hosted.
Yeah, we hosted
it. Pulled it through.
Yeah. It was, I mean,
you had an early.
We did. It was, I think, like 3:00 or something, which I think makes it easier because then at night we were able to go to sleep and like we were able to chill, go to sleep. It wasn't, I don't know, as exhausting, I guess.
Yeah.
I do like the earlier in the day things.
I do too.
What time do you guys do it?
3.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I like it.
Because I feel like you never eat at 3.
No, you just arrive at 3 and then everything's being set up. You eat around like the normal, like a normal dinner time. And then you're done. Yeah. Do you guys stay late there?
It depends. We have, it all depends on what's going on at the, at my parents or, who's there. Usually we're usually the last to leave just because we are, we're always trying to make sure that everything's cleaned up and make sure that, my mom has help. Cause it's like the one thing I hate about like, it's easy and even for those with little ones, I can see it's easy, but, people just leave right after.
Yeah.
And then there's like dishes and there's food to put away and there's all these things. And I usually am the one there to help my mom clean everything up.
Which is sweet. That's nice. Jason always starts cleaning up like throughout. He can't handle just waiting until the end. Yeah. Which I think makes it slightly easier, but that is a reason I feel bad that we host most holidays because he's always doing that cleanup.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel bad about it.
I know. But everybody should be helping.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
But it's almost, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, well, I guess, when, like, for example, you were going to go over to Stevens, right? when the year happens that it's at someone else's house, or when anything is at someone else's house, you know, I guess maybe if you help them, then they'll see, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I struggle with that a little bit just because I'm the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
So usually it is me. I'm sure it's the same way with you. And like you're gonna stay and help, mostly because too, like, you know what it's like to host things, and
Yeah.
then you know like what that entails.
Yeah.
Um,
And Jason
but
just can't stop, like he cannot help himself.
yeah, I probably need to be more like that.
I don't know, because I feel like he also doesn't give people a chance to help him.
Oh,
And I try to explain that to
yeah.
him. Like when we're eating dinner, after I eat, I kind of like to just decompress.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to start doing dishes right away and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I'm like, I will clean the dishes. Just chill.
Yeah.
Let me chill and then I'll go do it. But he can't. And I'm like, how am I supposed to be able to help you if you can't just, but it bothers him. He can't do it. I mean, it could be worse, right?
It could be worse. Absolutely. Yes.
I am
Yes.
very lucky that he's like that, but it also makes me feel like the shitty person in the relationship. You know what I mean?
Remember, you have other strengths.
I don't know what those gifts are, but when I find them, maybe I'll feel
But you have
less.
them. They're there.
I hope so. I hope so. And maybe I'll feel a little more adequate when I find those skills.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet. It's been a few years. Still haven't found them.
Well, so we got through Thanksgiving. Things have been so crazy.
Yeah.
And I want to take a break and come back and talk about Molly, your guest co-host.
I know.
And kind of get an idea from you how you think it went. And I went and took notes on everything. No, I'm just kidding. I did not.
I have all of these critiques. We're going to go through these.
No, not at all. But but we'll talk about it when we get back.
Sounds good.
Hey guys, we're back.
So nice to have you saying that. It was so awkward when I had to say it last week.
I know,
really
that
disliked
cracked
it.
me up when I listened to that.
I really disliked it. I felt awkward starting the episode because I couldn't say it's Ash and P. That was awkward. And I didn't like having to start the second portion.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you don't want to replace me with anyone.
Of course not.
But I really appreciate Molly stepping in and recording so that I can take my time that I needed to handle things with my family. And she was a champ about it.
I know. She was so sweet. She was really like, I was surprised. Well, first of all, Priscilla did point out that I didn't thank Molly because I'm a bad person.
I said, you need to thank your guest. To thank your guest at the end of this.
And I totally didn't. I ended it how I normally end it. I didn't even end it how you normally end it because it's I don't know. It's weird when you're not here. It's just not the same flow.
Yeah.
So it was weird. But yeah, I didn't thank her. And Molly, thank you so much. It really meant a lot to us that you stepped in and helped us when P needed you to. So
yes,
thank you.
I'm pretty sure our listenership really appreciated
our
it.
listenership.
And I also love that she wanted, first, she aimed really high. She really wanted to start out with 5 push-ups, which would have made me very happy. And then she tried to go with crunches.
Yeah, she really wanted. The thing is that she should have said, like, we're thinking of you, P, not Ashley. Ashley, fat girl, let's do an exercise. No. No, I will do 2 squats, that's fine. We even held hands during it. I should have made Jason
You
record
should have.
because we were
You
even
should
holding
have.
hands when we
Oh
squatted.
my gosh.
But yeah, she really wanted to give a little nod to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
She's so cute.
That was cute. That was funny. So hopefully everybody that was listening did 2 squats.
I know. Driving in the office.
Wherever.
You guys better have done them.
Yeah. If not, you owe me.
You do. And it's going to double up.
She's so funny.
She is.
Between
she cracks me up.
All of her kids, her son not wanting her to kiss him.
I know. Poor thing. We haven't gotten an update on that. We probably need to.
Yeah. We probably need an update. She's just she's a hoot. So I really enjoyed going back.
Is.
I really enjoyed going back and listening, and I guess just, listening to someone else versus listening to me. I mean, I go back and I listen to our episodes to I don't know. I go back and I do listen to our episodes, but to hear someone else with you. Sorry, that's my kid. Was interesting. Like it was just interesting to hear.
I know. I wondered how it would be because you weren't, when we have guests and that kind of thing. I mean, we listen back and we're trying to see, obviously, how does it sound? Did something go wrong? That type of thing. Obviously, we're trying to make sure if there's something we can correct, we do it.
Yeah.
And so we get to hear other people, but you're there when we're doing that.
Right.
And so for you not to be there, it was like you listened to the episode when everyone else was able to.
Yeah.
That morning when it dropped late because I'm an idiot. I don't know why I thought the time. I don't know why. I thought the time was 7.
I'm like,
I think because that one when we were having issues and had to schedule it at 7. I think for some reason that messed me up. I don't know. I'm an idiot. So this week will drop on time.
Yes.
But yeah, so lame.
So where are you with your Christmas right now? Because we are now coming into our 2 weeks. We're in crunch mode. Christmas is less than 2 weeks away.
I know. Well, I'm not doing great, to be honest. I am normally a late shopper. That's how I am.
Sounds like you've got stuff though.
I do. However, I feel like it's just stuff for my kids. That's all I've done. I've not done it. I've gotten a couple things for I have a few things for you. I have my niece and nephews almost
the kids are
done.
Always so much easier to get stuff for.
Yeah. I don't even have a clue what I'm doing for Jason. No clue at all.
I had to go into what he could use, what he needs, what he whatever. Did
you go to sex toy store?
No, I did not. Yes. So
he's on the road a lot. I'm just saying.
Yes, I found him something to help him handle that. No, just kidding. No, I'm actually in a really good spot.
I know. You're basically done.
I'm
so envious of you.
But I will say, this is what happens when I do it early, though. I'm like, things are on sale, and then they're on sale, and then they're on sale, and they're on sale. And I keep justifying my purchases, and I make a lot of purchases.
Oh.
And then I'm like,
so maybe that'll be good for me.
I bought a lot. But at the same time, Georgia needed things. There's just things that she needed. And the hard part is trying to even out the kids' gifts. I
know. That's really where hard. With my niece and nephews, that's what I'm struggling with right now.
It's hard.
Because one of them's going to have 2 to open because of the money amount, and the others will have 1. And I don't like that because I don't want any of them to think I don't know.
It's
It's a
hard.
mess.
It's hard.
So I'm trying to find something instead of the two, trying to find one. It's stupid.
So my nephews were like the first ones done. I feel like they were
You're
super
always
easy.
so good with them, though. You're really good at, I feel like you're really good at shopping for Christmas, though.
I don't necessarily think that's true. I just think that, like,
I feel like you're very organized and on it. I think I need to make lists.
You probably do.
And I don't. Do you make lists?
Mm-hmm.
See, you're good. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys only buy for the kids?
So, because things have been so hectic this year, we're doing things a little different. So, on Tony's side, we draw names, and so each of us has a secret Santa, which usually means that I'm shopping for 3 people. Not well, I shouldn't say that. Tony does shop for his own. Tristan kind of, but she still kind of needs help with things.
Yeah.
And then plus I need to give her the money to buy it. And
Right.
most of the stuff she's ordering online, so it's got to be my card. So it's just kind of like,
yeah,
whatever.
right.
So I usually, and then we do stocking stuffers. So everyone in Tony's family has a stocking, and we do stocking stuffers.
Oh,
which are a lot of fun because they can be like, it's a lot of fun. But even stocking stuffers can still kind of get a little expensive when you see something that's really, So
yeah, because just because it's smaller doesn't mean it's going to be
no
inexpensive. That's really fun.
It is
I
a
like
lot of
that
fun.
idea.
It's a lot of fun. So we put up, well, we used to have at their old house, his parents' old house, they had one of those, like those cork walls, the old kind. And so we would nail in everyone's stocking. And you're talking like, 15 stockings on the wall. And then they would be so full, we'd have to get like backup, like my brother-in-law bought like the reusable bags.
Yeah.
And we keep them with our stocking now and we store them there. And they had to have like bags on the floor with all the extra
So do you guys
stuff.
put like whatever? So say you get this for Drew.
Yes.
Do you put like to Drew from Pete?
No.
It just goes in and they have no idea who got what.
But usually as we're opening them, like you're going to either figure it out or people are going to be like, I couldn't help it. Blah, blah,
okay.
Blah. So most of the time you kind of know. And we do one for every person. So like Tony and I, all the adults buy, right? So Tony and I basically buy 2 for each person. Because I buy one for everyone. He buys one for everyone. Typically what happens, we split it up in some way. Like you take so-and-so and so-and-so and so, and I'll take da-da-da-da.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
And then we buy, so then that's that, right? Like and whatever. And we do it for the kids, the adults, everyone. It's a lot of fun. The stockings are a lot of fun. We've gotten some really cool stocking stuffers. Like
that's
really,
awesome.
really fun. And then with my family, we started doing the draw names because I used to buy for everybody. And then we just got way crazy big. Yeah. And then we did draw names. But this year, because there's a couple of things. 1, I had so much going on. 2, I have 2 brothers that are having basically destination weddings in 1 year. It's just a very expensive year. For our family. And so I just said, let's just do white elephant. Yeah. For us, whoever wants to do it can do it. And then for the kids, we all buy for the little kids. So no big deal. So so they loved having that idea, and they're like, I think that's great. It's also good because I have so much like family that's not necessarily family, that shows. So it's like I don't ever want anyone to feel like
left out,
or I'm gonna leave before you guys open presents, like because they feel uncomfortable. I just don't ever like having that. I always usually end up having extra gifts so that I have gifts for people when they show up.
See, you're good,
but it's still like you just don't want them to feel bad. And then I've had them where they get them and they're like, I feel bad, I didn't bring anything, and it's like, but I didn't ask you to bring anything. Like that's not what it's about, Right. But so anyway, I just said white elephant, anyone can show up or whatever. We don't care. It doesn't matter. Right. So let's just do it this way. So they're pretty excited. So that's good.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
See, we're so small that
you are.
It's like, I mean,
do you draw names for,
no.
Do you buy for everyone?
No.
You just buy for the kids.
Buy for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you buy for your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, that's different
Yeah.
though.
And your
I feel
stepdad.
like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know
No, it
what I
is. No,
mean?
I know because I still buy for my parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same thing on Tony's side. Like that's
Yeah.
separate, you know?
Right.
And I buy for my grandparents too.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, and in the past we have done like a gift for like maybe like
A family
sister-in-law or a family gift, like that kind of thing. It's just now everyone has kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just, for a little while, my niece is 5. So, for a little while, it was just my kids, So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why, there we would do stuff for, get stuff for other people. But, now, yeah, it makes it easier. And then
Mm-hmm.
like my sister-in-laws, we like message like, hey, so are we doing just the kids? Like, are we doing a family get? Because you don't want to go and like be the a-hole who like, oh, well, I only did this and you did that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we all agreed just kids. It just makes it easier.
I agree.
It's less stressful to have to work. Shopping for kids is easy and shopping for adults is not. And so
I
that's
know.
like one
Here's
less
what I
stressful
struggle
thing.
with though. I see things or I think of things and I'm like, I want to get that for them,
Yeah.
But I don't want to not be fair and basically have favorites.
Yeah.
And only buy for certain ones. Because it's not that. It's just that I saw something and it made me think of them. Or
right.
I have an idea of something and then I want to do it. So I think that that's probably the hardest part. But honestly, I feel like, our family is so big. It's getting, we'll see. Right now, as far as littles go, it's just, there's 6 littles with my 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 teenagers. Because Carly and Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else is an adult, basically. Yeah. But I'm about to have brothers that are going to have more kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not to say that they're not having more kids. They may too. But I'm just saying, like, I'm going to have other brothers that are going to have more kids too. Yeah. So it's going to just continue to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. But ours has stopped, so we won't get bigger and bigger. It's easier because I just get so stressed trying to figure out what to get for people.
Speaking of gifts and your family, I just remembered I was at Target today, and did you know that Target sells BrewMate now?
Okay. Yes, I saw that.
I was like, that's weird that they're carrying BrewMate.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, who in my family were you thinking of that? Or you were just thinking, oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she said she did end up buying herself some. I don't think it's a BrewMate, but it's like the same kind of
she
thing.
Does. I know she has a BrewMate because she keeps does? One on the boat.
Did. Yeah. Maybe she did. But it always reminds me of her now. Like when I think of it, because I remember when she'd be like, I need to get myself one because every time I come over here you have one and I like it. But yeah, they sell them now.
Yeah, I know. So crazy.
I know.
I saw that. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know. I'm nervous. You just made a face.
Hold on really quick. Hold on just a second.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Hey guys, sorry. We had to hop off real quick.
We just got the most exciting news.
Yes. One of our dear friends that we just were talking about. Yes. We just had her baby shower. In SoCal started sending us a FaceTime
group FaceTime
that she's going into labor. So we had to hop off really quick. Sorry, real life.
Oh my gosh. So freaking excited.
So excited.
I can't wait.
I know.
I feel like we've been waiting forever. It feels like it hasn't been forever, but it feels like it's been forever.
Yes, absolutely. I think we're just so excited to meet him.
Yeah.
And see him. And see her with him.
I know. I'm
going to cry.
I know. Don't do that. That's why I was like.
Sorry. Yes, I'm excited for that. What were we talking about before that? I don't remember now. Oh, Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay. Let's try to stay on topic. We're gonna try. It's not gonna be easy. We're gonna try though. So Christmas, yes. Definitely easier to shop for kids, harder for adults. And I feel like there's something about, and I was telling Tony, I said I have to like theme my wrapping paper every year. I'm like a weirdo like that. I'm just such a weirdo like that. And so I was really angry because I wasn't able to find what I wanted in my head.
Okay.
But I got something similar, which is white and green, which is what I basically wanted. And it, like, the wrapping papers look really pretty.
They do.
But I'm like, they look so pretty, and that's part of why I wanted to wrap them early.
So you could have them all under.
I could see them under the tree.
Yeah.
But here's where I'm going to say, if you have little ones around, don't. Let's you have a chance right now to stop this, because I want to talk about the other part of this.
Okay. Yeah. So get your little ears away because this is your warning.
Yes, because the Santa gifts are like stumping me right now a little bit, because I have more for one than the other on the littles.
Okay.
And the big, I basically, one of the gifts I was going to wrap today, like I was going to wrap it from us. I was like, I think I'm just going to make it a Santa gift, because Santa's going to give her like 2 things basically. And that's it. But that's fine. Her gifts are going to be like, she'll be totally fine with it. Yeah. She'll be happy. They're not cheap. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to be happy. But it's just easy to buy a bunch of little things for the little ones, you know? Yeah. But there's 2 things about this. My girls are getting to the point, 4 and 2, they kind of have a lot. Yeah. And a lot of toys. And I'm not down with getting extra toys. Yeah. I mean, I try to tell my family, and I'm not trying to not make it fun for them, but like, we have way too many toys. Yeah. Like this, and she's going to have a birthday in like 2 weeks. Yeah. After Christmas, or 3 weeks, whatever. I'm just like, I don't think that toys are the right thing to do, but you want to make it fun for the kids.
That's the worst part as the gift giver, because you want it to be something they're excited about.
I told people, don't buy my kids gifts. And then I'm looking at gifts for other kids.
And you're getting them toys. Yeah. Yeah. And their parents are in the same boat as you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a bad person for that. But I'm like, my girls just have so many. I mean, there are so many birthdays and stuff that they get duplicates of the same thing that they have already. And it's no one's fault except for the fact that there's 2 of them. So it's double. Right. You know? Yeah. And they just have a lot. And it's not because we go to the store and I buy them a toy. Like that doesn't happen. It's just birthdays and Christmases and people coming over and getting them stuff. We have a lot of family.
Big family. Yeah. So that doesn't help.
Yes.
I do have to say, so we found one thing for your girls, like one for each. And then I was like, there wasn't anything else that I wanted to do, just kind of like a few of this, but I could only find one. And I was like, well, I guess, and it's clothing. So I'm like, well, I guess maybe we could just get like a toy. Jason's like, Priscilla's going to kill you. I'm like, I know, but I don't like any of this other stuff. Like, it just wasn't, and I just have to go somewhere else. But I was doing it at that moment. Yes. I was in that store, and I was very hopeful. I have to go elsewhere.
Here's the neat thing about Georgia right now. Georgia's really easy to buy for right now. They both are. They both are at an age to just, you throw too much shit in your cart for them. It happens. Yeah. But Georgia's into like so many different things, and like a ring makes her happy. Yeah. And like the little things that I'm like, it's fun to like go and pick little things. And I am at the point right now where because I was looking at like a throw blanket for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they like laying with their blankets in the morning. That's like their routine. They have milk, they have blankets, they
Yeah.
watch a show until we get breakfast and clothes and things going. Well, I normally would do like, okay, one pink, one purple, or one blue, one blue.
Yeah.
I'm like to the point now where I'm like, they're just gonna all have to have the same. They're gonna both have to have the same exact things because they fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
A deeper purple cup is a fight over the light purple cup. I mean, it is like a fight for everything. And I'm like, why do I have anything different for these girls? We're just going to keep them all the same.
Yeah.
Then no one can fight.
That's
and it doesn't matter.
way easier. Yeah. However, I will tell you, I guarantee you, they'll say like, no, I had that one. Like it can be the same pink blanket, and they're going to say, I had that one. I bet.
Danny gets like, I wanted that exact pink color. And I'm like, oh, it's the same thing that's inside.
Yeah.
It's milk.
Yeah.
It's the same milk.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Looks
matter.
slightly different.
Who cares?
All taste the same.
So yeah, but the Santa thing, it's like, number one, I normally am wrapping Santa gifts the night, like Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all wrapped.
That's awesome.
I know. But I'm short one. But then I feel like, well, the one got an extra gift, but it's clothing, not.
Oh.
So I'm like, is that
See, but
really
your girls get excited about clothes
They
too.
They do. So I'm like, I'm trying to like kind of ping pong things. Georgia had the question of who put all the presents under the tree that are there. Did Santa come? I said, no, those are for mommy and daddy. She said, well, why aren't they from Santa? I said, because Santa brings presents on Christmas Eve. Did I mess up?
No.
Oh, you looked at me like maybe I was. And
no,
she was
like,
but no, but
but
she was kind of like confused, and she's like, okay, so Santa's bringing me presents, but these are for mom and dad. And I said yes. And she's like, okay. But I was like,
she'll get it.
I know.
Christmas morning.
I know.
She'll understand,
right? So I'm like, well, shit. Should I not be putting anything under the tree until Christmas Day? And then
yeah, no, we would put gifts out from us before.
That's what I usually
we would do that.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you do Santa gifts for you and Jason?
No.
Did your kids ever question that?
No.
Oh, see, mine did.
Really?
We now we do Santa gifts and husband and wife gifts.
So
because Tristan questioned
that. We would at one point Jason just started doing it, and so we would, but the kids didn't know. Like the kids had no idea.
They were too enthralled with their own.
Yeah. So they didn't notice. We would always do stockings, like Santa filled our stockings.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But there would be like here and there, a lot of times that Santa's name appeared on gifts, I feel like my kids were already beyond that. So it was just Jason being Jason kind of thing,
Yeah.
But no, they never questioned. If they could have. It's possible. If they did, I probably would have just said, because we're adults, he brings gifts for the kids. That's all I would have said. It may have happened, but no, we always just did for the kids.
Okay.
What did you tell Tristan when she asked that?
I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember after that we started doing it.
That's so funny that she didn't question, why did Santa bring you gifts now? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think too, it's because she would always go to the read the names, right? So she was like, you don't have any gifts from Santa? Actually, and I'm going to say this, I may have always done one present from Santa for Tony.
That's what I think that happened.
I think that's the thing. And then
Santa
I didn't have
get you something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tristan's like, and then Tony's like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't have anything. So I had to tell him today, I was like, okay, so just so you know, like you have 2 things under the tree from me and the girls. And then you have 2 things from Santa, but one box has 2 things in it. And then you have 1 box that has 2 things in it. And then you have a box. So you have 2 boxes, but 3 things from Santa. So just so you know.
Yeah.
And I go, I actually have something else for you, but I think I'm just going to give it to you because I'll just give it to you. Okay.
You're so funny. Santa is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun seeing your kids and that whole thing.
I know. And we still have shit we're going to have to set up.
But it's
every
also
night,
very nice to not have that.
I know. But it is so, and this is what Tony said, because I go, the tree looks pretty, huh? And he goes, yeah. He goes, it does. He goes, and this sounds really like, I'm not trying to be like it's about like materialistic stuff, but I can't wait to see them.
Yeah. But that's because
it's
like,
no,
I mean, we all know the real reason for Christmas.
Yes.
We all get it. And
yes.
I mean, that's.
But it's like just seeing the kids get, I mean, my kids are so into their elf on the shelf.
I know.
So into it.
That's dangerous. My brother and sister-in-law, Stephen, I haven't asked Robbie and Lauren, but Stephen, they don't do it. And I'm like, that's probably, I mean, I love that stuff. It's just, it is work,
But at this age, it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. With Tristan, God, I remember having freaking all this. I really am not as creative right now. I know I will have to be. Yeah. But right now, it's just like
just movements.
Just finding her is like a game for them, and they
love it.
Yeah, and they love it.
So. Yeah, you're right. It is easier at this age, but then they get older, and you have to be creative.
Yeah,
and then they start asking. Like, I remember one year we forgot to bring them out, and they were like,
"I've done that,"
and it's like, I don't know, something must have happened. I'm sure it'll be soon. And then it's like, okay,
yeah,
well, we'll do it tonight. Now we have to do something special because he was late. Like, he's gonna have to write a letter, and there has to be a reason. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I do love this time of year. There's a lot of ups and downs with it as far as just emotional, but there's also a lot of fun and family and friends. And
yeah,
I feel like when everyone's like December so busy, all of our weekends are like booked. Everything is crazy, but it's all fun
good stuff.
It's all good stuff.
It's all like you get to create those memories.
Yeah.
Something that's it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Like a good.
Yes, absolutely. And I enjoy so many things. I enjoy our friends getting together.
Yeah.
I enjoy seeing the house decorated.
Yeah.
I love Christmas decorations.
Oh my gosh.
I love the new trees. Like, I love like putting up things and doing things and making it look and feel so homey and cozy.
Yeah. It is so crazy how like trees and lights just make it feel different.
It does. It really does. I love getting together with the family, and I love that watching my nephews open their presents because they're just so cute, and they can do that now.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. I love so many of those things. So it's definitely a special time. So what I'm going to say is Christmas is crazy. It is crazy. The amount of money is spent is crazy. I totally understand that. Whether it's whatever your budget is, it's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's extra money out of your pocket.
Right.
Even just to do like parties and get-togethers and things, there's little gifts, there's booze, there's food, there's things. I mean, it's like
my husband.
You're
old. Booze.
booze.
I feel like that's, my mom always called it booze. So I feel like that's
an old person. Yeah. But so there's all these things, but there's so many good memories and so many good moments, and
a lot of happiness.
And I am completely soaking in my kids right now for all that they have and all that they are, and at the ages that they are. I know my oldest is maybe not as cute as far as like, oh, she's talks funny and she says a cute little word, and she dropped a pencil and said, oh shit, or whatever. but seeing her this weekend with like all my wrapping stuff out, and she's wrapping gifts for her
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And she's asking me tips on how to do this, how to wrap this and this, and
That's
how she should do
cute.
it. That's all memories too, that's all
Mhm.
cute and sweet to me too.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing her growth. And
Yeah.
so enjoy it.
Yes.
Be grateful you have who you have in your life.
Mhm.
And we'll be back next week.
We will. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thanks for swapping. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today.